and watch where he goes.
I mean, I don't need to watch him. I just need to go there.
That doesn't answer the question.
I mean, I'm not stalking him, if that's what you're saying. I don't need to be secretive about this.
You're just going to creepily follow him.
No.
So are you going to walk together or not? That was what I was trying to say.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
You're a bit autistic, man.
Just a bit.
It doesn't matter.
It does!
Whatever happens, happens.
It does!
If you walk together, you have a conversation. If you don't, they'll be like, hey, Rio, what are you doing here?
There's a difference between, hey, I'm heading over there, or like, heading early, or heading not. Or just, if you both start walking, you look like fucking weirdos. Human interaction facilitates an explanation. Fucking idiot.
So yes, no?
I mean, if he sees Ryu, he's not going to avoid him.
Alright,
so he's going to go on his own then.
Mountains out, molehills right now.
alright. Well, who wakes up first?
I figure... I don't know. What time would Rio wake up on Sunday?
He usually wakes up around 5 to 5:30. So that he can get his stuff done before school. And that's just his habit on every day now.
Okay, so... I figured, considering the way things are setting up, Ryu's probably going to meet Kitsumi like, 8, 9 o'clock, something at a reasonable hour.
Alright.
So, yeah, Ryo would probably be the first one to wake up. Ryu would probably wake up around 6 to get prepared.
Alright. So Rio would leave first then. Correct?
Yeah, but, I mean, doesn't leave right when he wakes up.
Well, no, he doesn't leave right when he wakes up, but say it takes half an hour to prepare. Ryu will always be half an hour behind, so unless you wait an extra half an hour for him to come out at the same time, you'd most likely leave first.
Yeah.
So you're leaving first?
That's fine, yeah.
Alright, glad this dentist appointment's over. Alright. So we'll go. You go into the shrine. Alright. Mission page. Alright. Alright. Do you look out across the ocean when you're walking there, Rio?
Nah.
Alright. So, I mean, I guess you get to the shrine. I mean, it's like, 7 a.m.? It's not exactly going to be open to the public yet.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I mean, I went there because I'm letting Reiko into school, so Rio will just loiter around and read a book to see when she comes out.
Can you remind me at which hour Shin wanted to meet?
I don't remember. Whatever hour is appropriate. Just make it up.
It can be like that. I don't want Rio to come here without reason to waste his time. So probably after, he waits maybe half a minute or minute, and suddenly Reiko in her usual clothing after finishing some basic morning practice at shrine, not practice, duties. And she comes out. Hey Rio, good morning.
Oh, good. And he'll close the book and say, good morning. Well, the thing that Shin does, it's quite the experience. Are you ready for it?
Well, Mawa's experience. I hope this will be better experience. I'm all up for trying things out. I hope it will
Right.
be fine.
Right. Well, it should be fine. It should be fine. I don't remember how long it took. Oh well. When you're done, I'll be in the library. Come get me so that I can lock the school after we go.
You know it.
Like,
she
you know.
said that good nature, like
Yeah.
in good spirits, and then she will, leave the shrine and go with Rio back to academy. And of course, she'll be all up for like trading, banter, and like small talk. Unless Rio wants to talk about something specific with Reiko.
Well, like the thing is, like I assume that Rio did enough loitering for Reiko to show up, for the Ryu and Katsumi to go there so that they can go off on their date.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that, like,
That he basically loitered for like an hour and a half.
well, like a half hour, because I was a half hour ahead of Ryu, according to Jess.
Ah,
Oh shit. Ah fuck. This looks weird now.
I mean, I don't know. Reiko probably remembered that maybe somebody will be coming, so she would not make you wait too much. But I'm up for changing that.
she got caught up in trying to do all the nice things and was late.
It can
so-
work.
Good.
I mean, Reiko could have invited you inside if you said you wanted to talk to Katsumi. Right?
I mean, that works too, fine.
God damn it!
Holy fuck, dude.
I mean, yeah, if he says that he wants to talk with my cousin, I'm like, yeah, sure, come along, and then I will like lead him to Katsumi and inform him, hey, Rio's here, he wants to talk with.
Alright.
And then like I try to say it as a joke. Even if he says something stupid, but he won't, he's a smart guy, please don't hit him with a stick. or rather, please don't hurt him. I try to like make it a... between you
Well, there
and...
would be no. Well, given what I've heard about Rio, there wouldn't need to be any use for a stern or reaction. But judging from the message that you sent yesterday, it seemed to be quite urgent. But I do have time before I leave.
Well, with that, Rio will sit down and we'll go. Well, yes, it's a bit urgent as far as I'm aware, but anyways, I'm not going to take up your time. The reason I wanted to talk to you is due to two simple things. The first, I'll deal with the most important, and he'll take out an envelope and put it on the table. And he'll say, we have gathered an amount of data on the demon that's affecting the town that you helped us discover about through the ley lines that is quite significant. And, well, from what we found out, it turns out that the demon might have a propensity to jump ship and go somewhere else if it feels threatened here. Which is why I would like you to hold on to this envelope until it unlocks, and then, if we haven't dealt with the demon and do not return to inform you of anything, to hand it over to an authority who would be able to handle this situation. I figured you would know someone like that, as you were actually able to assist us a great deal in this.
She'll just lower her eyelids. She'll say that I haven't received any message as to when this expedition would take place. I am in the same organization, am I not?
Yes, of course you are, but like I said, I don't want to spook the demon early and make it leave. I'm giving you this information now because, well, it's a bit sensitive to some of our members, apparently. Anyways,
Katsumi will cough and she'll say, I believe it's in the group's best interest if you have me on the field.
have you on the field?
Yes, I have a uniqueness that might help you in not trying to make a big shout and noise about things.
Very well, although I still assume that you would know someone who might be able to help us better locate this demon. Am I correct?
Well, yes, within the family, our domain is within spirits, those who are especially tinged with light or darkness.
Well, in that regard, I would like to rely on your assistance in this matter.
When it comes to locating the demon, I won't be that much of an assistance. But when it comes to keeping a low presence, then I think I'm the most suited in that regard.
I see. Well, be that as it may, if you're on the field and this expedition fails, the information we have still needs to be disseminated to those organizations that could take action afterwards. Do you know anyone that this letter could be entrusted to, then?
You do realize that if what happens, that you are afraid of what happens, that a letter penned by yourself who has no name among the highs within the families would do much, or if that they don't know about this matter and aren't already investigating by themselves.
I don't assume that my name is supposed to carry any weight. In fact, I don't care about that. The point is that I do believe this information to be accurate, and if it is something that those who are investigating don't already have, as I suspect it might, as they have not already been able to deal with this situation, it is still vital that it gets to them. Whether they ignore it or not.
She'll just sigh and she'll say, well, if you leave it as is, assuming that you come back fine and dandy when the letter is still opened, then what are you going to do then?
Then I'm going to go and apologize for wasting the time, but of course I wish to leave it with someone who could decide to hand it over after we had failed. I don't wish to annoy them. I will go and apologize for taking their time and tell them the situation has simply been resolved.
And how would they know if you failed, and what criteria would they need to know of that had been met in order for them to realize to fail? She'll just sigh and she'll say, I appreciate your concern about this city, but really, if we were to make a ripple within the city, it would be picked up, letter or not.
And if that ripple isn't fast enough, Katsumi, I don't care what you think. I just care about having a failsafe in place. I trust that you have a better understanding of the situation than I do, but still, I'm considering the worst-case scenario. If we don't have any way to return, then we don't have any way of knowing that the situation can be handled. We're basically going in with hope that the world will work things out for itself.
She'll just say that it's a very dangerous line of thinking to assume that our problems are going to affect the world.
And he'll just say, well, I don't see why they shouldn't. Every action has an effect on the outside, no matter how small, and the outside of what we are is the world. Even if it only affects a few people, I'm going to use that term for clarity, for brevity's sake.
She'll just say, at the end of the day, you're the one who created the group, and it's up to your jurisdiction. But know this, is that if you decide to keep this notion of having letters around, then to whoever you wish to entrust it to, should I not be around, you can't exactly give them a detailed set of instructions when they don't even know who you are.
Yes, that does present a bit of a problem. I hadn't assumed you would wish to come along on this.
I just thought that was simply the most logical thing to do.
Hmm. Maybe. But then again, I think one of the logical things to do is to always reserve some of your strength in case you don't have the ability to succeed the first time.
She'll just kind of do like a disdainful laugh, and she'll be like, I believe you misunderstood what I was trying to say, but very well. If you don't want me to be involved, then fine, I will keep your letter. At least in my hands, you'll have the idea that I won't be opening it until the very end, of course.
Iria will sigh and just go, "It's not that I don't wish to have you involved, it's just that at the moment we don't have any way of acting, and I wish to find the demons so that we can move forward. And in the event that we find them and need to act immediately, there needs to be some measure in place."
I doubt this is the first letter you've given her.
No, it isn't.
Oh yes, we don't particularly talk much, so it's not too hard to assume to put things together, and that you've given such other envelopes for people higher up in your inner circle.
Their place of standing in my inner circle doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that I've given them to the people best suited to give them out to the organizations that could assist. If I were giving them to people who were high up in my inner circle, they would probably be, say, with Raph and Akira and maybe Koharu. But then again, they aren't the people best suited to this job. Like you said, it doesn't mean anything if it comes from me.
She'll just sit there, and she'll be like, so I guess this is where you make your decision.
Like I said, I don't wish to take up any more of your time, so perhaps I'll let the second point slide and just ask you this. I am willing to accept your counsel on this matter due to the fact that you've perceived me acting wastefully in my energy. What do you suggest?
What I suggest is that there are other methods of communication apart from envelopes and the electronic application. At least when it comes to involving the people who you'd wish to involve with this letter. I know that things concerning me aren't really high up on the priority, but if you remember a while back when I was caught in a situation where nobody else could contact me, I could still contact members of my family. A minor detail.
I think you will find that at the moment, at that time period, though I was concerned, I was not the most directly involved in the situation.
She'll just kind of look blankly.
And then he'll say, "Regardless, take it, and if when we find it you wish to come, then I won't say that you have to stay and fulfill this effort I'm trying to do."
One more thing before you leave, if you wish to listen to my quote unquote counsel, then I would suggest that if you wish to make connections with people, you meet them face to face rather than leave notes and things from the shadows. It would garner you a much higher respect.
And he'll say, I'll keep that in mind.
Great. And that isn't just talking about this envelope right here.
And he'll say, I'll keep it in mind.
Very well. And she'll just kind of bow her head. Says, I wish you a pleasant Sunday.
To you as well.
Mm.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Alright. I guess when Rio leaves, Ryu enters.
Probably. I'm guessing the fact that Ryu wouldn't probably just enter the shrine or anything like that. He'd probably wait for an invitation, mostly because he doesn't want to get anybody's bad side at this point.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like scene-wise.
Yeah.
So unless Reiko wants to say hello to Ryu, I guess time would pass and he would be let in. Katsumi would be waiting outside for him.
Yeah, apart from joke value, like seeing that Ryu comes, the only thing Reiko would allow, hey Ryu, and then like enjoy your day with Katsumi, and like wiggle my eyebrows. But nah. I don't want to waste any more time. I don't want to waste any more Ryu's time, so when he finished his thing, I would just like hope that Attack was present, and then we would go to Academy, and then Ryu and Katsumi can have their date without cousin pestering around.
Alright.
Ryu would just kind of look confused because he never expected Katsumi to mention anything. And why is Reiko at the temple?
Do you ask her that?
No. Keeping mind off of stuff to do with the temple and stuff like that, trying to make a little bit of a better mood. So he'll put it at the back of his head.
Alright. So, you'd notice that Katsumi's holding like a bag, which you would assume that, like, you can see like the hilt of the wooden kendo stick sticking out of it.
So Ryu will go up to her, like, greetings, milady, how are you? No, I actually wouldn't say that. That's he'd probably just go up and say, hey.
This is, greetings. Are you ready?
I am, though I find it quite odd that you're taking your own personal kendo stick to a kendo school.
Well, I feel like when I'm working with something that I hold dear to me, I tend to perform better. Think of it as a lucky charm.
I can't disagree with that. All right, then. Anything you need to do before we leave?
Well, no. I had already assigned my my prayer meetings to another monk. I should be good for this day.
All right. Then shall we be off? As Ryu will offer his arm.
All right, and she will take it.
Off to the train stop. Or train or whatever.
All right, you go to the transport hub.
Ryu will pay for the... Well, Ryu's already got his, so unless she's got a ticket of her own, Ryu will buy it for her.
She wouldn't have had one.
Okay. And I guess off to the dojo then.
Choo choo. Do you talk about anything on the train?
I figure it's just probably more along the lines of small talk.
All right. Nothing big.
No.
All right. So I guess you'll be playing the part of your dojo person then. Because I still have no idea. Right.
All right.
And I'll be Katsumi.
Really? I wanted to guess that.
I just wanted to confirm it.
And I'll be Ryu. It's gonna be really confusing.
Let's see. Let me just. All right. I figured they'd show up, and chances are, well, let's see. How would I do this? All right. They'd show up to the dojo, and as soon as they get close to it, they immediately hear the sounds of basically like a sparring match going on. Upon entering, you will see they see in the center of the big floor kind of training area. It's what appears to be an older gentleman, and at least as best they can tell, considering kendo gear, and what looks to be a more feminine form sparring on the mat.
Alright. Katsumi will wait by the entrance until they've finished.
All right. After about a few minutes, then they'll stop. Ryu excuses himself because he has to go get prepped. And when he takes you off, they'll stop, bow to each other, and that's when the older gentleman will notice Katsumi, turn to her and say, "Oh, I apologize for the wait. You interested in joining the classes?"
She'll just respectfully lower her head and she'll be like, yes, I had hoped so. I was to be a guest, of course. But I should introduce myself at first. Excuse me, I'm Nakatomi Katsumi.
Nakatomi. Nice to meet you. My name is, well, most people around here just call me Honda-sensei, but give me a second to get a name.
Hanukkah Honda. Now, whenever I think of Hanukkah, I think of cows. Now, fucking dead or alive. Got milk.
Hell yeah. Quality game.
Hanukkah's honkers.
Yeah. I am, God damn it, I just had it here. This is why I don't GM. My name is Kenshin Honda. I run this dojo.
Is this a guy or a woman I'm talking to? I forgot.
It's a guy.
Okay.
It's an older gentleman.
Alright. And, you said his last name first?
No,
his first name?
Yeah, it's Honda Kenshin.
Kenshin. Well, he's just going to use his last name anyway. Okay. Of course, Honda. Would it be too forward of me to get changed in one of the changing rooms?
Oh,
Right now?
feel free. If you have no problems, you could at least attempt to spar with my daughter, Hana.
Oh, of course. Well, I hope that our styles will meet beautifully.
Yes, I think it might be interesting. Looks like you have some skill. Though, I don't suppose you saw a young gentleman come in here, did you?
Are you talking about Takinaka?
So he has shown up. Good. I must have been involved in my training with my daughter.
Yes, he was quite diligent in making sure he was ready for his duties.
Excellent. Well, if you need a change, you will point over into the direction opposite of where Ryu left. The female changing rooms are over there.
Right. Thank you, Honda Sensei.
Not a problem. It'd be interesting to see if you can, how well you do. I'm always interested in new students.
Right. I hope I don't embarrass myself.
Oh, this is a school. Sometimes that is the best method for learning.
Understood. Blah, 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 blah. Get your change, choo, choo, choo. Come back. All right.
Right. You'll notice that Ryu is actually not. He's got more of a I wouldn't say like a gi, but more kind of like a dojo uniform, something along those lines. And he's off to the side working on a few things. In the uniform, you'll see the female standing in the center of the mat, waiting for Kitsumi.
Right. I guess she'll approach with the helmet off because they're not going to start anything, and she'll be like, "Greetings. Am I correct in assuming that you are Hana?"
Ah, yes, and you must be Kitsumi.
Yes. It's nice to meet you. I've heard so little from my friend Ryu.
She will look over to him and kind of laugh at Ryu, and then just kind of laughs like, "Yes, he is rather shy, isn't he?"